Canada's women's soccer team has overcome scandal, sanctions, a 6-point punitive deduction, and 3 tough matches to advance to the Olympic quarterfinals. This is where they're going to face a tough test in Germany. They head into that Saturday game with only 3 points because of those punitive actions related to spying allegations. So joining us with his analysis this morning and what happens next for this team and looking ahead to the World Cup is Joe Callahan. He's a freelance sports writer. Welcome back to your morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. How are you?
I'm good. I'm curious about your assessment on this. What does their ability to keep winning, despite losing coaches and new revelations about Canada soccer, say about this group of women who are fighting to defend their medal for Canada? Because right now it feels like they are playing for a whole lot more than just a gold medal.
100%. I think that the word that I keep coming back to is defiance. This is some of the most defiant sporting action that we have seen from a Canadian group in such a long time. Because yes, they're defending gold medalists. Yes, they're kind of out there to kind of reinstate themselves as kind of, we did this in Tokyo, we can do it again. But think of what they've faced, even just in the last week. They hadn't even kicked off their campaign. This time last week was when they kind of started against New Zealand under a cloud.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, but if anyone sums it up, it's Vanessa Gilles, the defender who has scored the winning goal against France and last night then against Colombia to get Canada through. She said last night, "The world is against us, but Canada sticks together. When adversity and pressure are coming, we rely on each other." And that's really what's come through. They've turned something that is still a scandal, and there are still so many aspects of it that we don't know, but they have turned it into something positive and something that the country clearly is rallying around.
They've lost, their head coach, Bev Priestman. She was sent home and then subsequently suspended. Assistant coach Andy Spence has taken over sideline duties since that happened. How has the team had to change their tactics, or what difference have you noticed in this play on the field?
Well, the thing that you can see constantly is the amount that they're playing together for each other. But the results they're getting are stunning, because this was seen as a tough group even before the points deduction. Colombia, New Zealand, and France as the host nation, the number 2 country in the world, this was seen as a really tricky group. Remember, Canada got out of the group in Tokyo with just 1 win. Now they've managed to win all 3 on the bounce. They're one of only 3 teams at the Olympics that has a 100% record. And yeah, they're going to face Germany in the next game. But actually, Andy Spence has shown a kind of ability to chop and change and, crucially, to use the substitutes really well. They haven't made it easy. It hasn't been stress-free. We've had a lot of kind of going right to the death in both the France game and the Colombia game. It went right the distance. But the energy and the resolve, and you have to remember, they said themselves, they haven't been getting much sleep. The world has been against them. So it makes it all the more impressive.
Yeah, I remember watching that clip saying that they're not sleeping a lot at night. And you think about it, this is something that you've fought for, all of them looking forward to defending this gold medal for years, and to get there and then, try to do it on little sleep and extra stress is quite something. Let's look ahead to when the medal matches are done, wherever they end up on the podium. The sanctions that this team faced were only for that one instance when that drone flew over New Zealand's practice. They were then caught by Joseph Lombardi flying that drone. Could Canada face more punishments, either later in this tournament or even in the next few years, as we look ahead to the 2026 World Cup?
Yeah, I think what was surprising to me, we have always seen with FIFA and the IOC, they tend to treat kind of future hosts or countries that they're relying on a little bit softly, right? That's kind of, we're relying on you, we're not going to drop the hammer. That's what made the 6-point deduction so surprising in its severity, So are further sanctions off the table? The answer is no. There's so much still that we don't know. Canada Soccer's own independent investigation is underway. There is still a possibility. It seems very, very kind of faint at this point, but there is still a possibility that there could be some retroactive sanctions. We do know from some reporting that Canada's women's team were involved in some spying in the group stages against Japan in Tokyo. So, if all this stuff starts to kind of stand up and be firmed up, there is a chance that there's kind of more to come. But the real thing is that the players seem to be absolutely adamant that they're carrying on for their reputations.
I want to look ahead to Saturday's game. Canada is playing Germany in the quarterfinals. What does this team need to do to pull out a win against Germany?
It's funny, Germany have been flying too. They've been scoring a lot of goals. Canada needs to do a lot of things they've been doing. They need to defend well. And actually, they've been defending like heroes, the three at the back, Kadisha Buchanan. My God, Jade Rose has been an absolute triumph at the back. She has been phenomenal. A young defender in her first Olympics. She has been amazing. I was looking back at the records. You know, this is a very active team, Canada. They play a lot of opponents. Germany, they haven't played that much. But the last time they played them was in 2022. They won 1-0, and the goal scorer was Vanessa Gilles. So she might not score many goals, but damn does she score big goals. So they need to do a lot of what they've been doing already. But the tantalizing thing is, if they win that, they would be in a medal match against likely the US women's national team. Then things are going to kind of reach a new level of kind of hype and defiance. And this journey kind of, which is already remarkable, you think would take on kind of new meaning again.
Joe, I love the light that comes into your eyes when you're imagining Canada and U.S. Playing at the Olympics. Thanks for joining us this morning for not only what's happening now, but for a look ahead. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Good to join you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.